Borada, welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Professor Layton and the Lost Future. In the last episode, we escaped from the towering pagoda after figuring out who the real Future Layton was. It was Dimitri someone. I forgot his surname. But his name's Dimitri and he's a scientist. And he had a crush on some woman called Claire. And Layton happened to be Claire's boyfriend at the time or something. And then it was jealousy. So jealousy has caused all of this. That we're here in future London, of course. We need to go back to the hotel though, and we need to go and formulate a plan on what we're doing next. We have Don Paolo with us as well, because he pretended to be Professor Layton so that Layton could infiltrate the pagoda. Perfect. Anyway, Layton's journal, first and foremost, obviously. The other side of the door. After defeating complex machine puzzles, assembling a walkway and overcoming all sorts of obstacles, we finally arrived at the room where my future self is supposed to be. Is he really behind this door? Whatever happens, we must stop him and put an end to people's suffering. Showdown with the Future Layton. The suspicious man in black we confronted is dressed like me, but he hasn't noticed that the current me is not the real me. If he were really my future self, he'd be able to remember what his past self was doing at this moment 10 years ago. His mask has slipped. Yes. Dimitri is the man in black. The true identity of the man who claimed to be my future self is none other than Dimitri Allen. Dimitri Allen, there we go. I thought it was Allen, but I didn't remember. Head of the Time Machine development team. Disguised as Dr. Alan Stangun, he took advantage of the explosion at the Time Machine presentation to kidnap the Prime Minister and the scientists. With Bill Hawkes as his hostage, there's nothing I can do right now, however. Dimitri's grand designs. I thought that rescuing Luke and the others from the cage would turn the tables in our favour, but Dimitri has escaped and taken Bill Hawkes with him. Even worse, he scanned Don Paolo's memory and he climbed the tower and will try to save Claire based on this data. Escaping the tower. We got us surrounded by Dimitri's henchmen. We split into two groups and somehow managed to escape. The desire to bring back Claire must be eating away at Dimitri. And I fully understand, but causing other people to suffer for the sake of his own wishes isn't acceptable. I must do whatever it takes to stop him. Paul's memories. It seems that Paul has been keeping my journal up to date in my absence, and my little personal investigation yielded some interesting results that are sure to prove useful for this case. Now, though, it's time to sort through what I've learned. I owe Paul a real debt of gratitude for his assistance. To think that Dimitri is connected to that terrible event. ... Oh boy. Right then, without further ado, let's leave Chinatown. Oh, there's a banana there. Luke, do you see what I see? I do. Yet another banana skin sitting in the middle of the road. I'll go and pick it up. Hold on, Luke. Why? What's wrong? Oh wait, let me guess. You've got another banana puzzle for me. Oh, right you are, my boy. Hey! Slippy Trip 3. I think we've done 1 and 2 so far, so this is number 3. I think we've got them all there, haven't we, so far? I don't know how many there are, actually. There are 3 or 4, maybe? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't usually do these banana puzzles. At least not when I played this game before. Anyway, make your way from the start to the goal, but the way wary of the banana skins. Yes, so we need to go from here to there. So, we know what to do. Okie dokie. Yeah, if we go on that banana peel, we're going to go right to the end over there. So we need to go down this way. Avoid that banana skin. We'll slip on that one. And I reckon we can slip on that one as well. Yeah, if we slip that way, it's going to take us back to the start. Okay, so go down this way. Oh, that just takes us back to the start as well. Okay, so we actually cannot go them ways at all. Right, we'll go this way again. And then... Aha! Found it. Ooh, I am smart. Way.
Here's my answer. Phew, that's a relief.
Perfect. Fruitastic. Here's something you might not know about bananas. They are one of the fruits that keep ripening even after they're picked. This means that they're green when they're picked. You wouldn't want to eat a green one, though. It probably wouldn't be very nice. Slippery tree. Perfect. These banana skins are all over the place. Do people in the future just love littering or what? I'm starting to wonder. And we've got a gardener for us picture book, but we're not going to be bothered about the picture book, so it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste too much time in getting back to the hotel, so let's take the train. Sounds good to me. That's not a bad idea. I like taking the train. Fine, when this is where we part ways. I've got other things to do. You sure you're not running off to formulate some kind of evil plan? Now, why would you ever accuse me of that? Truly, I'm wounded. I'm just going to work on a pet project of mine that I've been meaning to finish. Yeah, that laugh doesn't really fill me with confidence. Very well, Paul, meet up with us later when you're ready. You can find us... Yeah, Layton, I'm no fool. I'll know where to find you. And now he's gone. Are you sure it's wise to leave him to his own devices? I understand your concern, Luke, but I think we can trust him now. Yeah. I suppose so, Professor. He must have cared an awful lot for Claire if losing her to you turned him into Don Paolo. He certainly was quite besotted, but enough about that now. We have work to do. Let's get moving. Let's get the train. Alright, but I'm still none the wiser as to our next step, especially now we know Future Layton is a fake. Well, in light of these new developments, our first priority is to rescue the Prime Minister. Dimitri fled the towering pagoda with Mr. Hawke, so he must have another hideout in the area. Now we're going to find it. Oh, but first we need to go to the hotel. That's right, we need to meet Flora and Big Luke at the hotel. Hopefully they got back safely. Ah yes, hopefully. The train will take us back to Flatstone Street in a jiffy. I gathered that. Luke, well done. Very observant. Right. Oh look, it's Inspector Chalney. Blast, which one is it now? You look quite deep in thought there, Inspector. Have you found any new information on the case? Ah, Layton, just the man I was looking for. You see, I've uncovered a clue that has simply stumped me. Here, you have a look. Okay. The fingerprint. A fingerprint has been discovered at the scene of an unsolved crime. 4 suspects have been rounded up and brought into the station. Compare the fingers of suspects A, B, C and D with the fingerprint shown beneath the magnifying glass to identify the culprit. I thought that was a frying pan. That looked like a frying pan. Anywho. Oh, it's B. Is it? No. Because it would be like that, wouldn't it? So it's A. Yeah. Yeah, it's A.
Let's see if I've got this right.
A. A.
Well, that's settled.
That's the second time I've done that joke in this series. Solved it! Suspect A is your culprit. A! I'll stop doing it now. At first glance, B looks like a possible match, but the print left at the scene is a mirror image of the culprit finger. Yes, I gathered that. Thank you very much. Yes. That's it. Now I just need to track down the fiend who committed this crime. Inspector, aren't you supposed to be searching for the Prime Minister right now? Listen, lad, a man of the law can't simply ignore one case because he's busy with another. It's every officer's duty to assist and defend the citizens of our fair city. That's how I work, even in a place as lawless and overrun with criminal activity as this. Yes, even in this den of depravity, I will ensure that the spirit of Scotland Yard burns bright. I'm sure the citizens of East London are very grateful for your efforts, Inspector. Yeah, and maybe you'll find some clues to help track down the Prime Minister along the way. Maybe so. Ah, the breeze today is just blissful. I wish my hubby would finish work so we could go for a picnic. Ah, okay. Well, let's regroup at the hotel. So let me get this straight. Dimitri is building a time machine to go back to the past to save Claire. Correct. Or at least that's what he said. Funny, we went through every floor in the pagoda and I didn't see anything like a time machine. Well observed, my boy. Very observant, Luke. Well done. Dimitri clearly had a destination in mind when he escaped from the towering pagoda. I think he was heading to another base, perhaps the facility where he conducts his time travel research. Is that what you went looking for while we were climbing the towering pagoda with Don Paolo? Yes, in part anyway. I'll explain everything once we get caught up with Flora and Big Luke. Until then, I challenge you to think about the situation on your own. Something tells me we have a big revelation coming up in a moment. Which I'm not going to spoil, obviously. Stop hassling me, I have to at least look like I'm working, you know. Okay then. What about you? Tell me, do you like sweets? Sweets? Of course I do. Great, me too. So do you have any sweets for me? Hey, wait a second, that's not how this is supposed to go. Okie dokie. Let's go into the hotel. I think we should let her sleep, Professor. Yep, that's not a bad idea. Ooh, what about... Aha! A puzzle. Perfect. Oh, hi there, Becky. On your way out? That's right. The older gentleman who's staying with us asked me to run around an errand for him. You mean Dean Dalmona? Yeah, that's the chap. I don't know why he needs a tub of gel for such a little tuft of hair, though. Ah, he's come to the hotel. Gel? You mean for styling hair? Strange, eh? Still, you can't blame a man for trying to stay stylish in his old age, teehee. Well, he clearly pays a lot of attention to his personal appearance. By the way, since we're on the subject of shopping trips, there's something I need your help with. Okay. The price of the pen. I bought a pen from a shop which had 10% off the original price of £30 for a pen! Bloody hell. Inflation's through the roof in this London. Jesus Christ. Anyway. I bought a pen from a shop which had 10% off the original price of £30. When my friend caught sight of it, she decided she had to have it for herself. She offered to pay 10% more than the price I had bought it for. So I agreed to sell it. Overall, how much did I gain or lose? Enter your answer in pence. Be sure to put a minus sign in front of your answer for a loss. So, I don't think it's quite as simple as saying £30 divided by £10 and adding it back on, because we have £30, 10% of that is obviously £3, which means we've paid 27. Now 10% of that is £2.70, and if we add £2.70 to that, we've actually made we've sold it for £29.70, which means we've made a 30p loss, technically speaking. So I'm going to say 30p. Enter your answer in pence. Okay, so minus 3 0.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Oh, really?
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Oh, wait, yeah. Silly me. We didn't make a loss, we've made a profit, because we bought it for £2, for £27, didn't we? Silly me. How much did I... Oh yeah, I bought a pen from a shop which had 10% of the original price. When my friend got sight of it, she decided she had to have it for herself. She offered to pay 10% more than the price I had bought it for, so I agreed to sell it. So we gained £2.70.
That should do the trick.
Whoops. There we go.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
There we go. It was £2.70 gain. The initial 10% discount I got in the shop determines the price I had to pay for the pen. Yeah, I mistook I for the person who was in the shop. Anyway, I made that mistake. That was my fuck up, as it were. But it's fine. I knew you'd work it out, Professor. I had a question for Mr. Damona, you know, but he disappeared when I wasn't looking. Oh well. Hey, don't tell Mr. Damona that I was wondering about his hair gel, okay? I'll even give you a little something for keeping the matter hush-hush. Don't worry, he's bald, and we know that now, so he doesn't need the hair gel. Oh well, that makes sense. Don Paolo was posing as Dean Damona. The hair gel is for Don Paolo. Oh, sorry, Don Paolo was, thingy. Yeah, okay. Precisely. Of course, he did away with that disguise once I persuaded him to assist us. Yeah, you can't imagine how shocked I was to see Don Paolo step out of that Layton disguise. Ah, that's life for you, Luke. You never know what surprises are waiting around the corner. Expect the unexpected, as always. Let's be off. Yes, let's be off. Ooh. Up the stairs we go. Professor, Luke, welcome back. I'm so glad you're both safe. Good to see you too, Flora. I trust you didn't have too much trouble getting out of the pagoda. Oh no, Big Luke, he was kind enough to lead the way for me. Speaking of Big Luke, where is he? Oh well, when he got back here, a man with a moustache was waiting in the lobby. A man with a moustache? Was he dressed in black? Yes, that's right, he had a black uniform. That sounds like Shipley to me. Whoever he walked straight up to Luke and started talking all fast and furious. At some point in the conversation, Luke started looking worried and said, Flora, some very important business has come up and I need to take care of it immediately. Suspicious. Please tell the professor to continue his investigation without me for now. Okay. Did he tell you where he was going? No, but he did promise he would join us again later. Big Luke is even more perceptive than I thought. He seems to know exactly what our next move will be. Professor, is something the matter? I'm just thinking back to what happened earlier. Do you remember who first told us that we had travelled into the future? Well, that'd be Big Luke, I believe. Yes, that's right. You have a visitor, Professor? Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Pardon the sudden intrusion. It's Inspector Chelmy! Hooray! Pardon the sudden intrusion, Layton. Inspector Chelmy? What can I do for you, Inspector? Something I saw while running about town has been preying on my mind. I don't know how to say this. I'm afraid it might sound a bit ridiculous. Not at all, Inspector. Please continue. Well, it's just, I could be mistaken, but I'm quite sure of what I saw. You remember our discussion about the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research? Well, a few minutes ago I spotted a woman who looked exactly like one of the blast victims. Oh my gosh, you're talking about Claire, aren't you? And you know why I'm so... Yes, Inspector, you're not alone. We've seen her as well. The resemblance to Claire is striking, but it's coincidental. It has to be. Yes, I suppose you might be right. I wasn't thinking straight. There's bound to be a logical explanation for it. If the similarity isn't coincidental, then this woman could be a relative of Claire's, a cousin perhaps. That would make sense. I'll check Claire's file and see if I can find out more about her family. By the by, you haven't seen Barton around here anywhere, have you? Constable Barton... No, sir. Can't say that I have, sir. I swear he'd have been kicked off the force years ago if he didn't have me looking out for him. Of course, I am fond of the fellow, and will go on looking out for him, but still. Anyway, if you see Barton, tell him his commanding officer's looking for him. Good day. Okay. So where's our adventure taking us next, Professor? This isn't an adventure, Flora, it's an investigation. Can't you try to take it more seriously? I'm taking it very seriously, Luke. I was just excited, that's all. Yeah, let her be excited, Luke. She's a child, like you. Not all of us get to go on these kinds of, investigations all the time. Plus, you get to be with the professor day in, day out. Well, yeah. I suppose the Professor and I are always together. Well, I'm glad to see you're enthusiastic, Flora. Yes, so am I. You see, Layton is a gentleman, and he actually knows when children should have fun. The three of us will get to the bottom of this case together. Now let's move on. And we'll move on in the next episode, because this video is getting a bit long. And we are going to go and find out who the real Future Luke is, I think, at some point. Because I have a feeling he's not who he's saying he is. Something is a bit fishy around here, and it's not the Thames. So, we're going to go and find out some more information about stuff in the next episode. But as far as this episode is concerned, I want to say thank you all so much for watching this episode of Professor Layton and the Lost Future. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot, and you'll get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, goodbye.